Hey everyone, welcome to the reading. We're going to see what you all need to know right now. It's a general reading, okay? It could be past, present, or future. You will know best how it resonates for you, okay? And where it fits on your timeline. So let's just jump right in and see what is going on today in the collective. What do you guys need to know right now? What's important? Let's see. We have the Six of Swords and the Queen of Swords, okay? And the World, all right. And the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so it looks like a Queen of Swords here is closing out a chapter, or this is the end of a cycle coming up here, okay? Somebody is leaving something behind, moving on a piece, smooth transition out of something here, okay? All right, let's see what this is about. Why is the Six of Swords here? The Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So somebody feels good, somebody feels happy, okay? Taking quick action. Moving quickly here, Temperance, yeah. So whatever you're doing right now, you could feel really good about it because you know that it's being guided by Spirit, or you're going where Spirit leads you, okay? And you know that Spirit is leading you to safety, all right? So that's why you feel good about this. Why is the Queen of Swords here? This has to do with a King of Swords and a Queen of Wands. And the Two of Wands, and a choice that someone has here. Okay, a choice that someone has to close something out. The World. The Knight of Wands. The Five of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah, so the reason why something has to be closed out, okay, or the reason why somebody has to make this choice to close something out is because what's coming up in the future is manipulation or sabotage, all right? Yeah, that's why Spirit is guiding someone to take action on something, all right? But again, it's their choice, all right? Two of Wands. But Spirit wants someone to know that there is sabotage or manipulation coming up in the future. Okay, so tell me about the Six of Swords. The Empress, yeah. This is for an Empress energy. For safety, okay? So somebody can make it to the other side. Ten of Cups, happiness, ultimate happiness, bliss, family, okay, completion. That's where you're headed. Nine of Pentacles, abundance, success, independence. Yeah, that's like you get everything, okay? You get family, happiness, bliss, and money, success, okay, independence. So that's where Spirit is guiding you right now. And that's why you can feel really good about the direction that you're going. Okay, because you know where you're headed here. The Seven of Cups. Why is that here? The Sun. Somebody is confused. I don't feel like it's you. Because I feel like you know the truth, or you know where something is headed, or you know that you're on your path, okay, that you're being taken to safety here. But why is the Seven of Cups here? Confusion. We're not knowing how to feel about a garden, the garden. Something growing, okay? Something being watered here. Confusion about somebody growing something, all right? Or what's being grown, like the Empress, okay? The Empress energy is like a garden, right? A ship. This has to do with a ship, or it has to do with somebody making it to shore. Yeah, shore. So when you make it to shore, what does that look like? It looks like happiness. It looks like family, okay? Bliss. And a lot of money, okay? I'm just kidding. Success, all right? Independence and success. So, what is this here with this choice? The Two of Pentacles, it's a choice. Yeah, someone here has a choice to make. The Hanged Man. But they don't know what choice to make. Somebody's kind of stuck on it, all right? They're stuck on it because of a home, a property, a community. What does that mean? Somebody's looking at their options here, maybe. Yes, it has to do with a false person and someone's money. Okay, this has to do with money, or how you make your money, or you being the Nine of Pentacles, which is you are successful alone, right? The 9 is alone. You do this by yourself. You grow something by yourself. You make your money by yourself. You're independent, right? So something about that. I mean, even the Empress can be a boss energy, right? Like somebody who owns a business, someone who's self-employed, or they are like at the top, okay? Boss babe energy. But why is that here with a false person and a privileged lady? So someone's choice has to do with someone's money, or the Star and the Eight of Wands. Okay, taking some sort of quick action here because of faith, trust, hope, inspiration, okay? The Peacock, the truth, all right. So the truth of the matter is that you are showing up as Empress, Temperance, Nine of Pentacles, Star, and Peacock. All right, so beautiful, radiant, abundant, inspirational, healer, light worker, okay? Yeah, but again, why is this important here for the choice? Because this has to do with something closing out the world, or something about traveling and a relationship, the Lovers, a true match, a soulmate connection, and the world. Okay. Yeah, it's about what's coming up in the future, the Three of Wands, the plan. Somebody here is sad, they're upset, they're in grief about the future. High Priestess, somebody needs to listen to what their intuition is telling them here about the plan. Somebody is triggered right now about the plan, about what they're working on, or the plan to trigger someone. What somebody is working on. I don't know if someone is triggered by your plan or the divine's plan, or if that's the plan. The plan is to trigger someone, okay? The Grim Reaper. To trigger the Grim Reaper, okay? The Golden Mirror, the self-absorbed narcissist, Grim Reaper, okay? That's the plan. Triggering this person, right? The one that's been trying to come after you here, like they're the Grim Reaper, okay? Healthy choices, that's choices, right? Someone here has a choice. Okay, tell me more about the choice. With a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords. This has to do with a family, okay? The Tower. TT. Something coming down here with a family situation, okay? Or High Priestess. No, I feel like it's the letter T. All right. T and the Hermit, okay? And the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, bad health. Bad health. This is kind of tying in with my last reading, I feel. All right, so this has to do with somebody being put in bad health, okay? A Grim Reaper trying to come for you here. And the choice that someone has to make with a King of Swords and a Queen of Wands. The Six of Swords. Yeah, this is for safe passage. This is for a transition. Getting to safety. The Seven of Cups. Somebody is confused about a new beginning. Somebody is confused, or they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know what risk to take. Yeah, that's just like the last reading. Somebody asking like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you want me to do? Or what should I do? What choice should I make? So is somebody asking like what the right choice is to make? So they know that they have a choice, but now they're like, okay, what do you want me to do? Right? The Five of Swords. Okay, something about this manipulation in the future. The Eight of Wands, that's coming in quickly. Somebody is unhappy. They're not getting a wish fulfillment. They're going to be unhappy and triggered because they're going to lose a lot of money, or they're losing some sort of insane amount of money. Someone's going to get triggered here. The Devil, exactly. The Devil in the Moon. This is somebody that is operating in the dark, okay? They're operating behind the scenes, in secret, where they think no one can see them, okay? But this person is a devil. Like, they're the Grim Reaper in your life, or that's who they want to be, okay? They're obsessed with you. They're obsessed with coming after you. And I feel like this is the kind of person where they're not going to stop until they get what they want, because they've, like, locked in on you like a target, okay? Yeah, this person is, their energy is very dark. Very, very dark. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Gemini. I don't know if it's a Gemini or a relationship. Something about a long-term investment. What somebody has been working on for a very, very long time. What they spent all this time doing and working towards. Okay. The Five of Pentacles has to do with somebody being left out in the cold, somebody being put in bad health, right? The future, the Emperor. Man, Spirit is being so vague today, okay? This has to do with the future because of what's coming up in the future. Yeah, someone has to make a choice. Oh my God, you know what I feel like this is? I've had this before where Spirit like puts a choice in front of you, right? And you want to ask Spirit like, but tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. I want you to tell me what to do. And Spirit will tell you what the better choice is, right? It's like, well, this is for your highest good, you know, like this path would be the best path for you, but it's your choice. At the end of the day, you have to decide. So Spirit can only give you advice about what would be best for your highest good, for the highest good of all. But Spirit's not going to tell you what to do because you have free will, right? Okay, so then let's ask it that way, because I feel like that's kind of where this is going. So Spirit, what is the best, what is the advice, or what are you trying to advise someone to do here for their highest good? What would be the best path forward for everyone's highest good in the situation? The King of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords. And the King of Wands. Defeating the devil together. Okay, getting rid of the devil together. That's the future here. Okay, Emperor. So these could be two emperors, all right? A King of Wands Emperor and a King of Swords Emperor. And this has to do with the future and cutting out a devil or getting rid of some sort of a toxic devil energy that's around the Star. The Eight of Swords and the World. Yeah, something about the world, closing out a chapter, closing something out when it comes to having someone imprisoned, having someone trapped, or having someone's hands tied up in a way. So who's that for, the Eight of Swords? It has to do with somebody getting safe passage after some sort of bad health. Or helping someone to safety after being left out in the cold, being abandoned in a way. Huh. What is this Eight of Swords? Bad health. Okay, so I feel like what Spirit is saying is right now the top priority in a situation should be getting the person that put someone in bad health. That's what should be worked together on. Okay, that's what should be prioritized in a way, is something about being put in bad health, or a Grim Reaper devil that's around trying to end someone's life. All right, this has to be a priority in a way because of the future, because of what somebody is planning in the future. All right, with a main female in the reverse. Somebody here is not in despair, or somebody doesn't have a conscience. This is someone who doesn't feel anything at all. Okay, they're dead on the inside. Right. Yeah, it has to do with the fact that this person could not get rid of you. Or something hasn't ended yet, something hasn't closed out yet. Coffin in reverse. Passion with chemistry. With chemistry, okay, or some sort of chemicals. Okay, this could have to do with time. Like how much time is left for something. Yeah, with this snake energy. Okay, this narcissist that's around. Something being perfectly timed when it comes to a narcissist. Yeah, so I feel like that is what Spirit is saying that should be the priority right now because of the timing of something, okay? That's what would be for the highest good of all, is if this were to be looked at in a way, or this were to be taken into account when you're making your choice, all right? It has to do with a King of Wands and a King of Swords working together on something, all right? Okay, what's coming up here in the future with this? Or was this a choice? The choice between two people? So the choice of what to take action on a Queen of Wands, or to take action on a King of Swords. I think Spirit is saying a King of Swords. All right. But again, it's your own choice. the Ace of Pentacles because of this item, this object. Okay. The Four of Swords. Somebody is thinking about this, contemplating some sort of an item. The Seven of Cups, but then being confused about somebody getting out of entrapment. Why is somebody confused about getting out of some sort of stuck mindset here? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, this has to do with communicating something about a long-term investment or what somebody has been working on for a very, very long time. Why is this confusing? Because somebody doesn't want to give something up. They don't want to give something, hand something over. Because somebody doesn't want to hand something over. Lovers. 15. Yeah, something about money, sudden wealth. Money for lovers. Lovers and money. Somebody doesn't want to hand something over here because of some sort of money for a lover or money in a relationship or... No, something here, twin flames, something here can be balanced out and split up in a way where everything complements each other. So everybody can receive what they need, right? Everybody gets a piece. Everybody receives something that they need. There's like enough of something to go around, right? But in order for this to work, things have to be seen from like a very how should I say? You know, people have to know like what their capabilities are, okay, or how, you know, how much resource they really have at hand to make something work, okay? Something could work, you know, very complementary is what I'm getting. But it's not about, I don't think this is about handing something over completely and then losing it. There's something here that has to be a collaboration. Like it has to be equal. Something has to be equal. It has to feel equal for all parties involved or else it's not going to work, right? Does that make sense? What else? The Five of Wands, yeah, or else everybody's going to be fighting about it, okay? Or else it's going to be like a tug of war and, you know, everybody fighting about it. And the Fool. Something about taking a leap of faith here, taking a risk. With a Queen of Pentacles. Taking a leap of faith with a Queen of Pentacles. That's how something is going to turn around. That's the Wheel of Fortune. That's a fated event. Something here is a fated event. This is not a choice. This is a fated event. Because of a fated event. Wait, hold on. There's a choice here, but there's also a fated event. What does that mean now? This is like Spirit's plan. Okay, so Spirit has a plan here, obviously. And it's like trying to advise someone in the right direction without telling us the whole plan, basically. So what do you mean here? There's a choice and there's a fated event. For a partnership, for a collaboration. For a meeting, okay? It's a choice of what to share, what to give, what to share. The Queen of Cups. It has to come from the heart, right? So something here, right, exactly. When you're thinking about what you're going to share with someone else, you have to make your decision from the heart, okay? And not from like greed or possession, right? Not from the devil energy, not from fear, not from possession, control, fear, none of those energies. When you make this decision, it has to come from love, the energy of love, all right? Because if you're operating in the energy of love, love is about giving, right? The devil energy, fear, control, possession, obsession, that is taking energy. I want to take it. I want to take everything for myself. I want to have control of everything. Love is about giving, all right? It's about giving freely, because the more you give, the more you receive, right? You get back what you give. If you give, you get back. You always do. The people that give a lot, they get back a lot, right? But it'll come back in other ways maybe, but you can't be afraid of giving, okay? If it's coming from giving from the heart, giving out of love, not giving out of manipulation or some sort of a strategy, right? So something here has to be heart-based. Death. The Wheel of Fortune. All right, so that something is going to end completely or close out completely. That is a fated event. That is going to happen. That something is going to close out and end. That's already been decided. That's already been fated. It's already been written that something will end. What is that? The Ten of Wands, the burden, the heavy burden of something. Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. It has to do with giving from the heart. Giving something from the heart. A Queen of Swords in reverse and Justice. This has to do with somebody who's a manipulative liar, okay? Someone who's cold-hearted and heartless and careless, okay? Libra energy with Justice next to it. Or something about a burden on the innocent, all right? Something about an innocent person being burdened with something, that is fated that's going to end. Okay, that's already been written and predetermined. That somebody that is innocent in the situation, the burden on them, that's going to end. That's already fated, okay? Yeah, that's the truth. So that's already been decided by destiny and by fate and by the way that everything is going to unfold, that it's going to end. Okay, so it's not a question of if it's going to end. It's a question of when is it going to end at this point, right? Because it will end in divine timing. The burden on an innocent person here. Yeah, that's the message. Okay, and this has to do with somebody communicating something about a lot of money, generational wealth, an inheritance. Okay, or some sort of family money here. And being defensive about it. The Five of Cups. And being defensive about it. Wanting to block it. Someone's sadness. This has to do with somebody's sadness and grief and regret about blocking something. The Nine of Swords. Somebody here is overthinking They're overthinking. They're stuck in their head. They're nervous. They're stressed out about a King of Swords and someone being put in bad health for a lot of money. What is that about? A main female in the reverse. Yeah, something about judging the innocent, okay, or putting a burden on an innocent person. That's already been determined that that's going to end at some point. This has to do with someone who's corrupt, all right? So I don't know if this is just to let someone know, like right now, the priority shouldn't be on an innocent person that has a burden to carry, or something being on you. If you're this innocent person, you being burdened by something, because it's been determined and it's a fated event that that's going to end, all right? But there's something more important here right now about corruption, okay? That's more important. So if that's the choice right now, right, the choice between the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. So one of these people signifies the burden on an innocent person, and the other one signifies some sort of corruption, okay? And I feel like what Spirit is saying, the highest good of all, for the highest good of all, what needs to be prioritized or shared, or where people need to come together, is the corruption, okay? That's more important right now. Because the other thing is going to end. It's already been determined. So the choice doesn't, right, a fated event, but there's a choice, right? The choice doesn't have anything to do with a fated event where you will be absolved of something that you didn't do, or you're an innocent person with a burden. That doesn't even need to be considered right now, because that's already fated to end. It's already been determined to end, okay? All right, I hope that makes sense. So anything else that someone needs to know about right now? Because you are getting a safe passage here, okay? The way that this is lined up is that Spirit is guiding you, okay? You're being guided out to shore, right? With the ship, you're being guided to shore here. You're in God's hands right now. God is carrying your boat all the way to shore. So you don't even have to worry about something being on your back, okay? Or somebody burdening you with something, even though you're innocent. You don't have to worry about that at all. No, this has to do with an Emperor in the reverse, okay? Someone that is power hungry, controlling, abusive, a tyrant. They're in their ego, they're lashing out, okay? And what this person is planning in the future. The Two of Swords, it's what somebody doesn't see right now. The Eight of Wands, the action that is being taken. Bad memories of the past. Why somebody's taking this action? Because of their past. Yeah, the Moon in reverse. They don't want their past exposed. They don't want their skeletons coming out of the closet, all right? So I feel like Spirit's like, look, you can choose what you want to focus on, but somebody's skeletons coming out of the closet, somebody being a tyrant, okay, being a dangerous, tyrannical, power-hungry Emperor in the reverse here. This person planning something deceptive to betray someone, that is more important right now. Yeah, and this has to do with the King of Pentacles, okay? And a third-party situation. Strength, and somebody needing a lot of strength to overcome something. with a Queen of Wands. Somebody is overthinking something here. The burden that's on someone. I don't feel like this is you. I don't feel like you're the one overthinking the burden, because you probably already know that something is not going to be on you forever, okay? Overthinking a burden that's on you, or something being too heavy for you, or the Lovers. Okay, this could be a soulmate connection, all right? Someone that's connected to you in some sort of way. King of Wands at the bottom. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, look. What someone needs to know here is that what is destined for collective, what's destined for you, is happiness, family, bliss, everything you ever wanted, okay? You know, love, true love, and success, independence, abundance, you know, financial freedom, okay? You're going to be fine, all right? If somebody's worried about you, you're fine. You're going to be fine. Six of Pentacles reverse. Something is not equal. There's no equal give and take here. The King of Cups. Something not being given to someone here from a King of Cups. Or King of Cups not giving something to someone. The Three of Swords. This has to do with somebody that is letting go of something, letting go of control of something, or they have something in their possession that they have to let go of to avoid a tower moment, to avoid something bad from happening. Tied to a lot of money. God, I feel like only you will understand what this means if this message is meant for you, because it's the wealthy man. Has to do with a wealthy man, okay? King of Pentacles energy. And a mature woman in the reverse. A lot of people. Money, unexpected income. This has to do with a wealthy man and someone getting paid some sort of money, or a wealthy man paying someone money, paying a mature woman in reverse some sort of money. Or a mature woman in reverse paying someone money. For what? For a date. For a date. For someone new. To give something to someone. So that somebody can receive something. Giving something to someone. On a date. Something has to be untied here. Somebody has to be untied from something. And something has to be equal, giving and receiving. So something can work with a date. Or by a specific date. Sudden change, shocking news, and epiphany. Okay, so I feel like whoever you are, you're going to have an epiphany with this. That has something to do with timing. And if there's something important that needs to be worked on because of a specific date, and after that, everything else can be taken care of, okay? Yeah, this has to do with meeting and conversing with someone, having a conversation with someone. All right, sitting down to talk to someone. A cassette, whatever is playing over and over in your mind. Something someone keeps replaying over and over in their mind. A conversation somebody keeps replaying over and over in their mind. Okay. The choice of what to work on together. The choice of what to work on together. Okay. Prince Charming at the bottom. All right. So someone wants to know what's the best choice moving forward. All right. The Hanged Man. Something about what to chariot, what to move forward, what to share, what to move together, what to move forward here, what to work on together. The burden. Working together with others because of a burden, a shared burden. Or a burden, the burden on an innocent person. The burden on an innocent person can help people come together. That can help people come together in a way, maybe. The Eight of Cups. 88. Yeah, taking action here on what somebody has been working on for a very long time. What somebody has been investing in and working on to a very long time. I feel like whatever this is, that can come afterwards. That can come second. That's not off the table, if you get what I mean. That's not off the table, but there's like an introduction that can happen with something else. It's like giving me thinking about what you're going to use to put your foot in the door to introduce yourself. And then this comes afterwards. Some sort of a long-term investment, a long-term plan here. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does for someone. Okay, final words here, closing words for the collective today. This has to do with blocking someone, something being blocked, something backfiring here. Or somebody blocking something in the past with a lot of money, okay? Or what happened in the past where somebody's independence or their money was blocked. The Sun. You're going to know what this is, all right? Or you're going to see the truth about somebody being trapped or tied up in a way. Or somebody had to get trapped or tied up in some sort of a way, and you're going to understand why. The Four of Cups. Something that you didn't want to do at first, or something that you rejected. Yeah, something that somebody didn't want to do, okay? The Fool in reverse. That something here has to be carried, or this weight, this burden has to be carried until the cycle is closed out. All right, there's a reason why somebody is tied up right now, or why you had to tie something up for someone, or why, or even why there's like a burden on an innocent person in some sort of way. Okay, it's gonna make sense why this has to be carried, or why someone has to have strength until a cycle is closed out. God, I feel like Spirit is speaking in riddles today, okay? I mean, at the base of it, it's like, it'll all make sense in time. But the way that something is right now is there's a reason for it. And somebody is confirmation. Did you hear that? And somebody is strong enough to carry this, okay? You are strong enough to carry this. But there's a reason why it has to be this way until a specific date or a specific time, or when something is closed out completely, okay? The Page of Wands in reverse. Bad news or not communicating something here. The star about somebody taking action, having faith. Something was bad news or somebody didn't communicate something here. The Nine of Wands. This has to do with protection. Or somebody protecting someone. The plan. A Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups, an apology, a plan in the past. Or somebody working together, working on something together. Somebody apologizing. A Queen of Pentacles apologizing to someone in the past. In the past. This has to do with someone's job, someone's career, success, abundance. Who the hell is the Queen of Pentacles? King of Wands at the bottom. It's somebody who's being judged. A main female that's being judged or making a judgment call or judging someone, okay? Imprisonment, trying to get someone imprisoned. Making a judgment call to imprison someone, entrap someone, getting someone locked up. The message is for, okay, so this is about an official person, the message, and how to move forward on something, okay? Or moving something forward with a message or with a letter or with some sort of a document. A mature man. Okay. God, am I missing something though? I mean, am I missing something or did I get everything? The Seven of Swords. It has to do with somebody that's a thief, a liar, a criminal. All right, a culprit, a villain. And someone coming out of the cold. Somebody coming out of lack, coming out of the cold, overcoming hardship. Yeah, something has to be stuck for a reason. Something has to be in limbo for a reason, or something has to be stagnant or slow for a reason. Because of a criminal around or something like that, or a thief, a liar, a manipulator around. The Empress, Queen of Swords, taking action. Because a cycle has to close out first, or else you can't move something forward. Because of somebody moving out of a house, losing a house, moving out of a community. Or there's this very specific loose end that has to get tied up first before anything else can move forward, before anything else can go in the right direction. There's a loose end here that needs to get tied up. And I feel like Spirit's trying to tell someone like, look, there's a really good opportunity here to do it, or there's a really good window for it, or, you know, this is what you could do to really get things going in the right direction. But okay, closing words here. Last one. Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's about somebody that has overcome betrayal, or somebody who has survived something. All right, that seems to be the best path moving forward for everyone's highest good, okay? Has to do with surviving a betrayal. The Chariot, that's how you should move forward with the plan, all right? Or that's the best plan moving forward. That's the best shot. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.